And welcome to part 7 of my ongoing story, A Life Under God's Hand. I've been amazed, to be honest, at what God did through me, for me, on that mission trip. I just felt the hand of God with me all the way there and all the way back. And then I came back to the church and I began to hear things that I'd never been hearing before as a new Christian, and the pastor talking about faith.
Just want to conclude this evening by imparting to you a gift of faith, as God gives me a gift of faith from His Word. I don't want to talk about faith, I want to impart to you a gift.
Yes, he says he doesn't want to talk about faith, but impart faith. Impart it. Not just talk. This is what I wanted. Because now I'm preparing to go to Hong Kong on this DTS with YWAM. It's going into the unknown. I've no idea, but I do know that I want to learn and I have to learn more about God. This is not from me, this hunger, this desire that God planted in me. So I had to do it and experience a life with 6 months away. And here I am, flying into Hong Kong Airport, the Far East, never been before. Excitement, what will happen? Never been so far away from home in my life. And now here I was on this DTS on Hong Kong Island, 30 other students, 30 from nearly all over the world. I was with 30 students from all over the world who were hungry to learn how to be a missionary, hungry for God, hungry for the Father heart of God. We were going to be in this pressure cooker situation, learning for 3-4 months and then go on outreach. And this is what Lorne Cunningham said about
sin interrupted that union.
Listen.
So God created the missionary. God said, I need someone willing to say no to the status quo, no to the dream of wealth, leave their families to fly to a distant land and learn a language they have never heard, ride in cramped buses on backs of camels, someone who would sleep anywhere, eat anything, bear the heat, and fight the freeze with a smile on their face, just to take the gospel to a people not their own.
Well, that was what I wanted. My life had been pampered. I wanted excitement. I wanted to go and see the world, do something, have a purpose in life, and here it was now, to become the missionary. And I was off ready to listen to everything I could get hold of and meet with all these brothers and sisters and learn how to be at one with them. Let me tell you this, it wasn't easy. You go into a place with 30 other people you've never met before. There's friction, there's all kinds of problems. But you know, God is working through all this. Then we had a choice on outreach. We could go to Japan, stay in Hong Kong, or go to India. Which one shall I go to, Lord? I've no idea how to speak to the Lord and ask questions. I've no idea. I've never done it before. But I have an overwhelming desire to go to India. I don't know why. I thought Japan's too nice and tidy. I just felt India was the right place. So with 13 of us, we flew off and we went to that place called Calcutta. Oh, Calcutta's, it's got to be the dirtiest place. It's got to be the most poverty-stricken. Its life is noise. It's dusty. It's dirty. Life is outside, not indoors. And we were going to preach in the streets and attract crowds from all these people who were probably Hindus, Muslims, whatever. What a challenge. It was like being thrown in the lion's den for me. Every afternoon we went round the streets and preached every afternoon and got many, many people listening very avidly. I was really surprised. But then, a little bit later, a friend and I, we were told to go to see this family. And I want to tell you about this because this is really the highlight of my time in India that I can really remember. We went to see a family, and when we went into the large room, everybody was sitting down. There were 16 children sitting down. There were 5 women, and there was 1 man. And I was told that this man was the husband of these 5 women. And it was food time, and they asked us to sit down and eat with them. Now, around the walls, there were pictures of men and things, and I asked them, what are these pictures of? They said, these are our gods that we worship, the Hindu gods of this, that, and the other. And of course, I didn't say anything. But anyway, we thought we have to preach the gospel. So we preached the gospel, and guess what? Guess what? They wanted to receive Jesus. Gosh, here am I, God. Somebody's listening to me, and I've become successful. Wow, wow, wow. You know, pride and all that. That's me. And then, of course, that was quickly dented because these people said, the husband said, oh, good, we want a picture of Jesus. I said, why? He said, so we can put it up and worship Jesus with all these other gods. Oh, yeah, they had 13 gods up there. Now they wanted 14 gods to worship. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. Then I realized the battle we were up to in India. Not to worry about that, but we're off on the next phase of the outreach, up to Darjeeling in the Himalayas, on this steam train. What a fantastic ride. It was dirty, it was filthy, but the scenery was absolutely stunning and magnificent. And here was I, going along there, not knowing what was going to happen up there. And here we are up in Darjeeling now, the place where the teas come from, seeing the absolutely stunning, magnificent views from this town down into the Himalayan valleys. It was like nothing I could ever describe, but that was it. And then we were invited to the Darjeeling schools. Hey, the cream of children of India go to Darjeeling because the education set up by the British is first class. And there's still Catholic schools up there. We were invited by the Indian authorities to go and preach the gospel in these schools. And they cancel classes for us. And we go on the stage and perform a little drama. It was how wonderful those people were, how humbling. And at the end of every time we had different groups, theatres in the school, they came and put those leis round us. It's a symbol of Hindu honour, but the opportunity to preach that gospel and see the love of God flow out from our heart, I tell you, it is an incredible journey. And I'm thinking, gosh, being a missionary, this is life. This is exciting, to go where no man has gone before, as they say. And these are the Hindu children, the boys, the teenagers, the adults in their school assemblies. And singing. These are Christian songs. I don't think they were Christian, but you see, when we came up there, we stressed the message of Christ. Oh, God certainly changed my heart about India. Oh, I love to be there among those people. It was, words cannot express the joy of having a message to give, a message to send for the Lord. And here am I. I've only been a missionary for a few months, and God has thrown me in with these people to preach the gospel, the marvelous gospel, and to send his message of love. And so I want to end part 7 on this note.